What's up, guys? It's Feeve Chief here, and welcome back to another FC25 video. It is Sunday, and that means we have an Icon SBC available. Let's go ahead and take a look at that first. So we have an 87 plus base or Centurions Icon upgrade here. It is going to cost you an 85 with the team of the week, an 86, and an 87 rated squad. So you can do this twice, and it refreshes again on Thursday. So you can overall get 4 icon packs out of this. And if we jump over to Footbin just to take a look at the price, it is 135,000 coins for this 87 plus icon pack, which in my opinion, I don't think is all that bad. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at all of the icons that are actually available in this. So let's have a look here. And right now we just have 87 plus icons, and again, you can only get the Thunderstruck and base icons here, so these other promos you can't get, so we can kind of ignore those ones. But we have actually got a pretty solid icon pack on our hands. If you just look at all icons here, it's 6 pages, and once you get to the 3rd page, you're at icons that are already more valuable than the price of the SBC. So anything above this right here, this 129k, is more valuable than the actual price of the SBC. So I honestly think this is a really solid icon pack. And if you want to roll the dice, I would say go for it. Now, what we should do here is sort by types of icons. So you can do Thunderstruck icon, and then you can do base icons as well. And let's take a look at how many are actually gonna, I want to do normal icons, not all icons. Man, they're killing me. But if we just look at the Thunderstruck icons as well, if you get a Thunderstruck icon, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them that are below the value of the SBC at 135,000 coins. And the rest of them are significantly more valuable than the SBC. So I really like this. I'm a fan of it. I'm probably not going to do it because the reason I think they bring out even like decent value SBCs like this before Team of the Year is to drain you of your fodder, because I think they're going to start to bring out a bunch of upgrade packs during Team of the Year warm up next week. They're going to be bringing a ton of good player SBCs as they always do. And I think they just kind of want to get rid of your cards. And to be honest, as good as these icons are, a lot of them are just going to fall behind the power curve when Team of the Year and like the honorable mentions, the SBCs, everything like that comes out. So even if you got this like 210k Ashley Cole card, like while that's a good pull from this SBC, this guy is not going to be usable after Team of the Year. There's going to be some crazy cards that are super cheap. Like if we just look at Team of the Year honorable mentions FC24 and look at these cards, it is absolutely absurd, some of these, and they were so cheap. Like this Olga Carmona from last year, her price, she was literally like 50k. She was 50,000 coins for this card. It's nuts how cheap these get. Like this Kim Min-jae center back card, 86 pace, 90 defending, 90 physical. He was 200k. So it's very quickly the rest of these cards are going to fall behind the power curve, and Team of the Years are going to have 2 play styles. The honorable mentions are probably all going to have 1. So while it's a good SBC, I'm going to be steering clear of it. And that takes us in to our other piece of content that we got from EA today, which is going to be a numero foot player SBC, if we can find it here. No, I haven't taken a look at this card, the price or anything yet. So we get an 88 Sadio Mane here. And it's actually a player moments card, not numero foot here. He's cam and he has rapid plus. Let's take a look at the card. So he's 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and he's 5'9". This guy's going to feel unreal on the ball with 5'9", 5-star skill moves and 90 dribbling. Does he have the Southampton kit on here? Because that's kind of sick that they can do that now. And he can play cam, right mid, right wing, and striker. So he is Saudi League, but he's going to be a little bit easier to fit into squads just because he has all those different positions. Pace is good. Shooting is solid other than the long shots, which not that big of a deal. Passing is fine. Dribbling is actually really, really good. There's no stat that really falls off a ton there. Only 84 stamina, which I wish was a little bit higher. Play styles look really nice here, though. He has finesse and he has power shot. He has rapid plus, flare, and then he has quick step and relentless here. And because he doesn't have that many play styles, he probably fits a few different evos here, which we'll take a look at. And then in terms of roles, he has wide playmaker plus plus at right mid. I know Cam, people really like Shadow Striker. I don't exactly know what it does, but I know people like it, so that's probably a big win there. And then at striker, advanced forward plus there. So decent roles by the looks of it, especially if you're playing him at cam. It's not a bad card. It needs to be really cheap, to be honest with you. Holy shit. An 85 with a team of the week, an 86 and an 87. I would rather roll the dice on an icon than do this. Like, I think it'll still be there during team of the year, so I guess people will be opening packs. But dude, an 85 with a team of the week, an 86 and an 87 for a Saudi League player is kind of mental. Let's jump over to the SBC section on Footbin and see what people are saying about this. We got 99 upvotes, 353 downvotes for the Mane. Yeah, I think it's just a bit too expensive. And then the icon, more upvotes than downvotes. Let's refresh this and see what it looks like. Icon is pretty much 50-50. Mane is a big no from everybody. I think that's how I feel. The icon is fine, but I'm not going to go do it. And then Mane, I would definitely steer clear of. This Mane card, though, let's have a look and see what kind of evos he could fit into that are available right now. I always forget Evolution Builder. Here we go. 3 possible upgrades, and are they free? Weak foot upgrade gets him there. Press proven, rapid and tiki taka. Does this even touch his card? Let's go here. Yeah, so you can't evo him anywhere because I'm pretty sure he just gets capped out. Like, none of these do anything to his face stats, at least, so not a big upgrade. It's just not a good SBC. Like, I wanted to find something that made it good. Like, if there was a free Evo he could fit in that made him solid, but there's just nothing there. Let's see, like, Saudi League, how many good links does he really have? If we go to the Saudi League, like, are any of these cards even up that link to him? He's up. I mean, this hero is up a decent amount. Is that from today? Just this, does Mane have him jump like that? If we look at hourly, he was 34K, he went up to 37, and now he's back down to 30, he's pretty much 37. So a rise on a hero there for him. Benzema, his rise would have been due to the Icon SBC and Cancelo there. There just aren't good links, are there? Like, it's a bad SBC, let's be real. Like, this Inform Ronaldo didn't really rise much at all with this SBC. It's just not a desirable SBC. It's too expensive. I mean, this Ronaldo went up a decent amount. He went up 7%. Let's look at the hourly here. He went from 208 up to 230 as like one of the only links for Mane. So it's just not very good. I'm trying to find something that makes this SBC good, but it is just not good. So that's where we're sitting with the content that we got today. Now, an interesting one that I wanted to mention, which is really dumb, but we're going to hit on it, is that with the Icon SBC, Brazilian bronzes went over 3,000 coins. They've come down here again because I'm recording this an hour after content and people are just panic selling like crazy now to get rid of these. But these Brazilian bronzes have come down heavily, which is very nice. I want to jump over to Footbin and just track the price of this Bruno Bertinato guy. Let's take a look at him and see what his price is done. Updated 22 hours ago. He was 1,400 coins yesterday. If we look at his 14 days hourly, I mean, just a few days ago, he was 600 coins. And then he went up to 1,400. They were 3K earlier. If we look at Yeah, if I think I have to do yesterday hourly. No. Okay. Never mind. So basically, these were 3K earlier, these Brazilian bronzes, because people think if they buy Brazilian bronze and then they open their icon pack, they're going to get a Brazilian, which is absolute nonsense. If you do that, you're out of your mind. And this is just something to keep an eye on for 2 weeks from now, because usually every 2 weeks you're going to get an icon SBC. So potential investment after these go back down is going to be Brazilian bronzes before the next icon SBC. So that's something to keep an eye on. If they get down below 1,000 coins again, I would look to invest in those. And then another one that I wanted to mention was just icons in general. Whenever we get an icon SBC, something I like to keep an eye on, let's just start with base icons actually. Something I like to keep an eye on is if any of these drop heavily. Actually, let's go Centurion icons. If any of these drop heavily due to a pack getting released, because if you get an icon pack in the store, or in the SBC section, a lot of times people will just kind of go and panic sell a lot of their cards that come in that pack because they think, oh, people are going to pack this untradeable, nobody's going to want this anymore, and yeah, it'll basically just won't be as valuable. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump to Footpin and see, first of all, if you go to the icon index here, you'll see there was a pretty sudden drop over the last, like, what is that, 12 hours pretty much. You had a nice rise here over the last day and then just tank right there because we got the icon SBC. So what I want to see is if any of these base icons or Thunderstruck icons dipped quite a bit and you can buy during this panic. So if you look at these Thunderstruck icons, a ton of them you're seeing -6%, -6%, -6%. A bunch of them dropping -8%, -5%. Some of them up a bit because of this SBC. So let's take a look at this hero card. Really decent card here. He's 350K. If we look at his 14 days hourly, he was 389K. He's now down to 353. I think this is something to keep an eye on. We'll look at this in a future video. Remind me if I forget. We'll see if his price rebounds pretty well. But yeah, drop down to like 353K with that SBC. Now, let's take a look at just base icons and try to find one of them that fits in here. Let's go with, I mean, Mia Hamm's down a ton, but she's more expensive than I'd like to look at. Base, I want to find somebody that's like somewhat affordable. Holy. Garincha is down a ton, down 16%. When did this happen? So this started probably when the leaks came. He was 700K. He went down to 575. And then at content now, he's actually rebounding a little bit here, but a massive drop on Garincha there. So a lot of times, when you get an icon pack, the icons will drop. You can buy with that panic and then hold until those cards rebound. So it's always an interesting one to keep an eye on and see if they are going to jump back up in price. And then the last thing I wanted to hit on was basically just like team of the weeks are 12K, and I would expect that we get like an 83 times 10 or something soon here, like Monday, Tuesday, something like that. So these could potentially be a buy, but again, it's a little bit risky. I would have just expected these to go down to like discard price, and they haven't. So I feel like there's got to be a leak out there somewhere saying that these are going to be used, and they're getting bought up so much. I feel like there's a leak out there somewhere that these are going to be used in the future. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.